I just wanted to talk to you about the rules of flag football so you can step on the field prepared. The first and most important rule is that there's no contact allowed. So remember, you can't tackle or block your opponent. Instead, you'll pull one or both of the ball carrier's flags off to stop the play. Okay, now that we have that covered, let's walk through a game. To start, each team should form a huddle, just like we've practiced in our lessons. In the huddle, the quarterback needs to clearly communicate the route and who the intended receiver is for that play. Then, each team will take their position on the line of scrimmage, with one on offense and the other on defense. Typically, the offensive team will have a quarterback, a center, and the rest of the players are receivers. In our game, the defensive team will play man-to-man coverage, with the cornerbacks covering the receivers, the defensive line covering the center, and the safety covering the quarterback. Remember that the safety has a choice. They can stay back and help cover the receivers, or they can rush the passer at the start of the play. The offensive team's goal is to move the ball downfield toward the end zone to score a touchdown. They have 4 downs, meaning they have 4 chances to get a first down. To keep the game moving, we're actually going to play a modified version. When the offensive team completes 2 forward passes within the 4 downs, it becomes a first down. And they get another set of 4 downs to move the ball to the end zone. But if they fail to get a first down, then the other team gets the ball going the other direction. When the offensive team has the ball, all passes must go forward and be received beyond the line of scrimmage. If it's an offensive player's flag is pulled when they're running with the ball, their feet determine where the ball is spotted, not the flag. That means the line of scrimmage will continuously change as you're playing. Another important rule to know is that during the game, there are no fumbles. Instead, the ball stays in possession of the offense and is spotted where the ball carrier's feet were when the fumble occurred. However, interceptions are allowed, and if the defensive team intercepts the ball, it's still alive and they can run with it to gain yardage. Throughout the game, penalties will be assessed by your teacher, but as a general rule of thumb, only go for the ball carrier's flag when you're on defense to limit contact on the field. I know that's a lot of rules to take in, but as you're playing, you'll start to catch on because the best part of playing flag football is it's designed for everyone. You don't need a specific build or even prior football experience to play. If you're motivated and a team player, you can dominate on the field. So good luck and, of course, have fun. Hey, I'm Coach Zoe, and in today's lesson, I'm going to teach you the basic fundamentals of catching and throwing a football. Making the catch is one of the most exciting parts of the game, but it does take some skill. How you catch the ball really depends on where it's thrown. For example, when a pass is thrown above your waist, you want to extend your arms and create a diamond shape by putting your thumbs and pointer fingers together. You'll always want to use the hand positioning for medium or high balls, even when it's thrown to your side. For low passes, you want to make a rake with your hands by putting them in front of you with your pinky fingers together. Again, maintain this form on low passes, even if it's thrown to the side. After you make the catch, your next move is to tuck the ball in tight. Use your forearm and squeeze your elbow close to your body to protect the ball. Ready to practice? Grab a partner, a poly spot, and 1 football per group. Just like our last session, we're going to start on one knee. If you're right-handed, put your right knee on the ground, and if you're left-handed, put your left knee on the ground. Practice using the correct hand positioning when catching the ball, whether it's thrown up high or down low. Then, when you feel comfortable with your form, stand up and start throwing at a farther distance. Focus on catching the ball first and then tucking it tight against your body. Challenge your partner and see how many passes you can catch in a row without dropping the ball. Good luck and have fun. We'll break down the proper technique to use step by step so you can throw and catch consistently every time. First, let's start with how to throw a football. It's important to find a grip that you're comfortable with. Cup your thumb beneath the ball and place your fingers on the laces. Some players like to hold the ball with just a couple of fingers on the laces. Others hold it with all. There's no wrong answer. Just make sure you have a good grip so you can control the football. Then, You want to position your body so that you're standing sideways, with your feet shoulder width apart and your weight mostly on your back leg. Lift the ball to your ear and bend your elbow at a 90-degree angle as you rotate your arm back to throw. In one fluid motion, step forward with your front foot, rotate your hips, and extend your throwing arm. When you release the ball, pop your wrist with your palm facing down and follow through all the way. This will help you get the desired spiral effect. After you start to feel more comfortable with your form, you can practice dropping back before the pass. Dropping back allows quarterbacks to best position themselves to throw and give receivers more time to get open. In this drill, we'll practice shuffling back 3 paces. You can take different angles or cross one foot over the other as you quickly move backward. The goal is to make these movements fast and seamless, just like you would in a game. Now, let's cover how to catch a football. The easiest way to catch the ball is to square your shoulders and frame your body so that you're either facing the quarterback or directly in the path of the ball. Extend your arms at chest height and create a diamond shape by putting your pointed fingers and thumbs together. After you catch the ball, you need to protect it from the defenders. Use your hand, forearm, and elbow to tug it close and tight into your body. Remember, passing and catching takes time. It's okay if you're not perfect right away. The more you practice your form and technique, the easier it will become. Hi, Coach Zoe here, and in today's lesson, I'm going to teach you how to build offensive strategy. The first thing you need to know is that every offensive flag football play starts with a formation. These formation gives receivers a specific location on the line of scrimmage, which prevents them from running into each other or crowding on the field. Let's take a look at the example. This formation is called the single back for 5-on-5 flag football. It's built with one receiver on each side of the center and quarterback and another a few yards behind. Where each player is located at the start of the play represents the offensive formation, and the arrows reflect the routes each player will run. As a reminder, a route is a predetermined path the receiver will run to open themselves up to catch a pass. Many teams use a route tree to learn the different routes they'll need to know for each play. You've learned a few routes already in your lessons, such as the post, flag, and drag. Here's an example of a route tree you can use for your upcoming games. For example, when you're running a slant, you'll run forward for a couple of yards and then make a sharp cut inward on a 45-degree angle. The goal is the easiest route in the book. Just run straight downfield and fast. In a flag route, also known as a corner route, you'll run 10 yards and then cut at a 45-degree angle toward the back corner of the end zone. Likewise, in a post route, you'll run 10 yards and then cut inside at a 45-degree angle toward the goal post. A drag is a shorter route where you'll run for about 5 yards and then make a 90-degree turn and sprint across the middle of the field. In an out route, you'll run 10 yards down the field and then make a 90-degree cut toward the sideline. You can use a combination of formations and routes to create your own flag football play. Let's look at the single back play again. See how the receivers on both sides run post routes cutting toward the middle of the field? The receiver behind the quarterback does a corner route after they cross the line of scrimmage. And if none of the receivers are open, the center can release and do a corner route as well. This play also works because it gives the quarterback a few options at different yardages. But keep in mind that flag football plays are only effective when the receivers are able to get open and catch a pass. So when you're running your route, you need to create space between you and the defender. That's where quick footwork, agility, and speed come into play. Making quick, sharp pivots and juking out the defender will help you get the distance you need to successfully catch the pass. Running backs are an important position on offense. Their job is to carry the ball for the first down or a touchdown. So in this drill, you'll practice taking a handoff from the quarterback and then running a designated route, just like a running back would in the game. Here's how it works. Find a partner and go to a set of running lanes. One person is the quarterback who hands off the ball and the other is the running back who receives the ball. Each lane represents a hole where the running back can run. The first few times you try this, your handoff might be a little clumsy, and that's okay. Eventually, as you practice, you'll figure out the rhythm with your partner to create smooth, quick handoffs, just like in a real game. We'll continue to work on routes in our next lesson too. But this time, we'll practice both passing and running plays. Eat lots of fruits and veggies. They're a great source of vitamins and minerals, the kinds that give you energy and help you grow strong. To learn more about Fuel Up to Play 60, a leading school health and wellness program nationwide, visit www.fueluptoplay60.com. If you're interested in finding an NFL flag football league near you, visit NFLflag.com.